Welcome to Musical Instruments with Malderine, Episode 3. Today I thought I would talk about the zither, or at least one of its many forms. The definition of a zither is a flat wooden box with several strings stretched across it. So examples of that would be the hammer dulcimer, the Appalachian dulcimer, the Chinese guqian, the Japanese koto, and even a piano could be considered one because none of those instruments have necks, like separate necks like a guitar. The oldest one was discovered in a royal tomb in China around 433 BC. It even said on an ancient scroll that it should be played out in nature or under the light of a silvery moon. But let's fast forward to the late 1800s. This is a time of wonderful inventions. We have the light bulb, the telephone, the first roller coaster, Coca-Cola, and everybody's personal favorite, toilet paper. But what about musicians? What about music? The gramophone won't be invented until 1887. And not everybody's going to have one. It's going to take time to get in everybody's household. So people didn't have recorded music at home. They had to play instruments. We have pianos, guitar, violin, but not everybody can play those things. Plus, it's the time of invention. So why don't we take a zither and alter it? And that leads us to the autoharp. That's exactly what a German man named Karl Guter did. He created the accord zither, and then the first patent was issued in 1882, a man by the name of Charles Zimmermann, and that was passed on to Alfred Dolge, who was a New York City piano manufacturer. He decided to start manufacturing autoharps, and he sold them through sales catalogs and also door-to-door sales. This thing's heavy. His selling point was that anyone could play it. You don't have to be a musician to play it. In fact, his catalog says, "The autoharp encourages the musical effort of the person who is least musical and will respond with harmonious chord to the touch of anyone. It never is ill-tempered." Well, I can certainly make this sound like a horror film. Listen. That's creepy. The mechanism will mute all of the strings. So we have letters here that tell us a chord, and we can press it and create the chord. A chord is, let's say, 3 notes that are played simultaneously together, and it creates a nice harmonious sound. So if I play the F, it only plays the notes that are in the chord F, which is F, A, C. And that's how you have a chord. In the 1920s, a musician from Virginia named Ernest Pop Stoneman recorded a song featuring the autoharp called "Sinking of the Titanic." It became one of the biggest hits of the 1920s.
It was sad when that great ship went down. Husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down.
Then in the 1940s, it revives again with Mabel Carter of the Carter Family Musicians, which also includes her daughter June Carter, who would later go on to marry Johnny Cash. Check out her playing the autoharp here. Speaking of Johnny Cash, if you notice, I do have a string missing. And that's because I was rocking out to Ring of Fire on this autoharp and broke a string. Thanks, Johnny. So now we go to 1967, and we have the band Lovin' Spoonful, who features an autoharp in their hit called "Do You Believe in Magic?" All right, so now we're in the 1990s, early 2000, and there's a fantastic musician named Brian Bowers, and he takes it up a notch. He's the first one to use a strap with the autoharp and also all 5 fingers to pluck the strings as he's strumming. And there we go, a neat little history of a neat little instrument. Around 2010, I won my first autoharp through an eBay auction. I paid $10 for it. I know the seller was disappointed about that. I guess not a lot of people were looking to buy one. It wasn't this one. It was a really old one from the 30s. And I ended up recording a song called Istanbul featuring the auto harp, as well as another zither that I'll talk about in a different episode. But today, since the auto harp really started its heyday in the 20s, I thought I would perform a song from 1929 written by a man named Albert E. Brumley called I'll Fly Away. I hope you enjoy. Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away, and I'll fly away, oh glorious night. I'll fly away when I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away when the shadows of the